Well, does this mean it's going to be a lucky day? I was just coming back here to shut off the truck so I could take a video here, and look what I found. 4-leaf clover. Anyway, I was going to show you, give a little walk around of this carcass. I don't think I've done that yet. So I picked this one up as a parts machine for my other Allis .35 long fenders. Buddy and I took a road trip out to Denver, Colorado. Oh, I suppose it's been a few summers ago now, and to pick this one up. It was a fun trip, but I don't know exactly what this is. I'll show you what I have, and I'll tell you my speculation of what I think it is, but I can't definitively prove anything. It is definitely an early machine. When the firewall is gone and the serial number tag for the tractor would have been on the dash there. Of course, that's missing, so I can't prove what it is based on the serial number tag. The engine does not have a serial number stamped or tag on it. It is completely bare, and there's no remnants of rivets where a brass tag would have been for the early ones. So what I think is the case here, and feel free to give me your opinion if you think I'm wrong here, but this Midpan is I'm just stopping here. There's either a squirrel or some little critter in the pile there. I just saw a chipmunk, maybe. See that leaf moving? Or a mouse, maybe. There's some little critter there in the pile. It's funny how you hear these things when you're out here in the quiet woods. I'm sure he'll be hiding. Anyway, what I think happened to this one is that it had some major engine catastrophe early in life, because the Midpan has been patched here and on the same spot on the other side. So I'm guessing that through number 2 rod, it busted the Midpan. Oil pan is okay, because that's not cracked. It's currently on top to keep the water out of the engine. And I'm assuming it probably wrecked the block as well at the same time. So they probably replaced the block at that point, very early in life. And because the casting number here with a -8, that's a pretty early number. Like, to put it into perspective, my 27, I believe, is a -15. So you can roughly, very roughly, base the tractors on this casting number here. The dash, this is always the same, the 1153, but that dash and the suffix number, you can roughly base the years on that. So that's part of the reason why I think, well, I know this is an early machine. So if they were replacing the block and it was replaced with that early of a number, you know it had to have been a very early machine. And then there's a few things that I can know that it's early machine, but not to definitively prove what year it is. It's got the cast transmission top, which that doesn't necessarily prove what year it is, but it's an earlier thing. The rear wheels with the bosses that are machined and tapped for the extension wheels, that's definitely an early thing. There's at least 3 different versions of these rear hubs. There's this kind with the machined and tapped bosses. A little bit later, when they got away from the extension wheels, they still had the bosses, but they were not machined. I can show you that on one of my other tractors. And then even after that, then they got rid of the boss altogether, and it's just flat there. And I can show you that on another one of my machines. So as they progressed that rear hub changed. So this would be early. The front wheels are short fender, so don't pay, disregard them, pay no attention to that. This here is at a I can't talk today, peculiar, can I say that word? Peculiar thing, where this oil line goes to here, as opposed to up on the top here where they normally go for the timing gear lube. And I don't know if I've seen that before or paid attention to that before. So if anybody has an early tractor like this, I'd like to compare dates with you, and casting numbers and whatnot, to see if that would help narrow down what year it is and whatnot. The oil pan itself, I don't know if the number on it helps to identify it at all. The casting number, I haven't done enough research. 1633-2SR. But this lowest oil pump cover is definitely an early one with the side exit like that. You can look in the parts book, and that's only for the early ones. Like I said, I don't have a serial number break, but it's an early one. Later, it just turned into a flat plate with just a plug in the bottom, like my 27. And then farther yet, they got rid of that cover altogether and just had a hole right in the pan. Kept simplifying them, cutting costs. I'm trying to think of what else I should show you here while I'm looking at things. But, so I'm not sure what to do with this one, because I don't know exactly what it is. For now, it's just going to go in the maybe someday project pile. I kind of think this might be a late 1830 as opposed to an early. It's at the very least, it's an early 2035 long fender. But I'm kind of leaning towards, I think it's an 1830. I'm guessing about 1920 is what I'm thinking, from what I've been able to kind of narrow down so far. But if anybody, again, if anybody has any more knowledge on that, I'd love to talk to you. Maybe you know something about these that I don't know. It's just unfortunate so much of it has been parted out, gone, and it's hard to, oh, the bugs are bad here. It's hard to know what exactly it is because so much is missing. If you had some more pieces, you could narrow it down a lot more, but with so many things gone. So maybe while I'm home here this week, it's kind of on our list of things to maybe get done, is to get this one hauled back to the row with the other long fenders and put it in the row. And like I said, if I get back there, I'll... Oh, another thing to show you. These valve side covers, push rod lifter covers, whatever you want to call them. These are the earlier style, just the shape and the fact that they're cast, not stamped steel. That's another early thing. Other than that, I think for now, we'll wrap this part of the video up. Maybe we'll update if we get it moved here. We'll eventually compile a little video for you guys. Like I said, this will be a long-term project. It'll either be a parts machine, or if I could potentially round up a few more 1830 parts, possibly put this back together. I mean, a lot of people think, oh, you're crazy, you know, why would you even attempt to put a tractor like this back together? There's so many things missing. Yes, but the carcass is here. You know, all the big pieces are here. A lot of it, you're missing sheet metal. You know, you're missing the gas tank, and you're missing the hood, and you're missing the fenders, and, you know, dash. A lot of that you'd have to reproduce anyway, because a lot of times the hood and the gas tank and the fenders, they're junk anyway. So, you know, if a guy rounded up a set of correct heads and radiator and some air cleaner parts, manifold parts, and maybe a firewall dash. I'd consider putting this one back together, because a lot of the other little things are you could rob from more common tractors. Anyway, that's enough for now. I'll go get something done here this morning. Okay, I'll show you those other kind of wheels I was talking about. They're peculiar. So this is the little bit later style. It's got the boss here, but it is not machined or tapped for the extension wheels. And then this is an even newer version where they eliminated that bump altogether. It's just flat. This would be the newest version. And this would be the little bit older, and then the 1830 carcass, that'd be the oldest version. So there's at least 3 different kinds of those rear hubs on the rear wheels for long fenders.